Did you know that your rib cage and spine should be able to move in 3 different planes of motion? Did you know that you also need relative movement between the individual ribs? Both are critical components when it comes to addressing core and pelvic floor function. It can even influence shoulder and hip mechanics. Come join me to explore one exercise that can help you with both. So in this exercise, we're going to use props, position, and intention to explore different parts of the rib cage and mobilize it using the breath. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a yoga block here. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, or this simply is too hard to begin with, you can use a rolled up yoga mat that's nice and tight. But the idea is we want something slightly firm so that we're getting more mobility in the rib cage versus in the thing that you're laying on. Then we're also going to have a foam roller between your knees. If you don't have a foam roller, you can use a pillow or some rolled up towels, or you can do it without it, but it usually will feel better with a little bit of something else there. So we're going to lay down on the right side here, and I'm placing this yoga block at my ribs, not down kind of at my waist here, but at that rib cage. And I'm going to lay down on my side. You can also add a pillow underneath your head here if this feels like it's straining on your neck. Now, as you're laying in this position, if it feels tender to lay down, a lot of time that can indicate, ooh, this is going to be something that is good. However, we want to make sure that it is tolerable. So if you feel you can't relax into the position, you're holding a lot of tension, then go ahead and go with something a little bit softer to begin with. Then we're going to have our knees up here in line with our hips. And we can see as I'm laying on my right side here, I can create a side bend towards my right, compressing my right ribs here, and then opening up the left side. Now I'm going to use this position to help further open up the left side. I'm going to think about inhaling into my left side, into my back, and down into my hips. So you can really see that lift and expansion. And then exhale and relax down onto the yoga block a little bit more. Try to encourage that exhale to be twice as long as the inhale as best as you can, and really feeling for that pause at the end of the exhale. Then we're going to go ahead and inhale again. Nice and easy and slow through the nose, and then exhale. I find a nice open mouth helps things be really relaxed. Now, if you're finding that a lot of your movement is coming forward to your ribs instead of laterally or into your belly, then we can kind of round a little bit and bring those knees up a little bit more, and even shift the top hip forward a bit, and then go to inhale there. That should help encourage a little bit more of that lateral rib expansion and breath into your back. And then we can exhale and relax all the way down. Now, that's going to get more of that side bend effect and a complete kind of accordion action to the top side ribs here. To help get a little bit more individual mobility in my ribs, I'm going to change my setup and intention slightly to kind of hold down my front lower ribs on the bottom side here and get more individual movement in kind of the area of my armpit, into my back, and down into my hips and pelvic floor. The other thing that's going to help my breath go down into my hips and pelvic floor is by adding that hip shift. That's going to help open up the back side of the pelvis of the bottom leg to encourage more of that breath to go down. So we're going to get that hip shift here. Then I'm also going to reach and rotate my top arm forwards. With that, that's going to help rotate my top rib cage up and over the bottom, so that now the yoga block is kind of tucking my bottom ribs up and in and back in towards my spine. This top hand can be reaching kind of low, so I'm not in quite as much of a side bend. And then now, as best I can, I'm going to inhale down into the yoga block, into my back, down into my hips. And then exhale all that air out, feeling yourself really relax down and into that block, and just completing that exhale. We're going to pause for a second, then we'll inhale again. Nice and easy, not forcing it, and then exhale all of that air out till it's nice and complete. I like to do about 5 breaths in a row, as long as it doesn't make you feel dizzy. And knowing that when we're first going to do our inhales into that position, we're accessing areas that are a little bit stickier and tighter, so it can feel like it's harder to get that breath to go in. So just ease into it. If we try to force it, then we're going to create more tension. That's just going to create more issues. The other thing is, so not only is this going to help with that expansion and where things are moving on the inhale, but that yoga block is also going to help with assisting the exhale. This can be particularly helpful for those individuals that have ribs that are flared wide or flared forward and tend to kind of overuse their upper abs to pull their ribs down, that can put too much pressure down into their lower abs or pelvic floor. But experiment and see what it feels like, taking some breaths, thinking about breathing into the top side, adding that shift and rotation, and breathing more into the bottom side, and see how it helps direct more mobility and breath into different parts of your rib cage. In the end, we're looking for the rib cage to be able to fully open and fully expand. This helps with the diaphragm being able to pull down and fully lift up, which then also helps the pelvic floor movement of being able to lengthen and lower down, as well as fully lift up and unload it without doing an active Kegel. So go ahead and give it a try, and I hope things feel nice and mobile for you afterwards. Did you find today's video useful? Make sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe to our channel. If you're a movement professional who wants even more understanding about the human body, make sure to check out our continuing education options below. If you'd like to dive into more concepts introduced into this video, check out some of our other helpful videos that we have on our channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.